Hello everyone and welcome to my May TBR. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Alex, why are you bothering doing a TBR? It's like the 7th of May. Why bother doing one this late in the month? I'm doing a TBR because one, of course, such is BookTube tradition, and of course we must stick to BookTube traditions. Two, I do TBRs mainly for myself, to be honest with you, because I have a ridiculous amount of unread books in my life, and if I didn't do a monthly TBR to kind of narrow down that selection each month, I would just be completely overwhelmed every time I need to find something new to read. So that's probably the main reason why I do my TBRs. That's also why my TBRs tend to be quite mixed in terms of genre and length of books and things like that, because I am quite a bit of a mood reader, so I don't really know exactly what I want to read next after I've finished a book. So that's why my TBRs are always quite wide in terms of genre and things like that. And also, I just want to showcase some of the books that I am maybe going to treat myself to reading this month to you guys. So that is why we are doing a TBR. As normal with my TBRs, I do have another irresponsibly large one this month, but of course I like giving myself the choice of books to read. So without further ado, I'm just going to get right on into this TBR. So the first one on my TBR is the first volume in a new comic series that has just come out, and that is Runaways, Find Your Way Home by Rainbow Rowell and Chris Anker. So this is Rainbow Rowell's take on a Marvel comic series that I think came out in the early 2000s or something like that, and I don't know too much about it. I think from what I remember of the synopsis, it's about children of villains or something like that, and they kind of band together to take on their parents, something like that. I don't know too much about it, but I have heard really good things about it. I'm really intrigued by the cover. There's like a band of badass looking teenagers with a dinosaur, so yeah, I'm so super into that. So yeah, really looking forward to getting into this at some point this month. The next one on my May TBR is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas, and this is the novella that follows on from A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is of course the third book in her Court series, and I believe this novella is the last Feyre and Rhys book, so it will be the last book in their little story arc in the Court series. I think she's doing at least 3 more books in the Court series, but they're like a separate trilogy on their own. They will follow different characters and things like that. So I think this is the last we're going to see from Feyre and Rhys, and I don't know if I'm ready for that, if I'm going to be honest, because Rhys is one of my favourite book boyfriends, as I'm sure a lot of long-time viewers will know. I absolutely adore Rhys, and I don't think I'm ready for the events of this cute little, really tiny little novella. It's not going to take me long to get through once I get started, but I think I just need to gear myself up to reading this. So yeah, but hopefully I will this month. So that is A Court of Frost and Starlight. The next one on my TBR is Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli, and this is a companion book to Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and I recently saw Love, Simon, and I related so hard to Leah in that film. I have read Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, but I didn't really like take in quite a few things from that book, I don't think, because I kind of speed read it because I was reading it as part of a readathon. So I will definitely need to reread Simon Versus, but I think I'm going to read this one first because I do absolutely love Leah, and I don't know too much about the events of this book. I know it has, again, LGBT elements, so I think Leah is exploring her sexuality and things like that. But yeah, really looking forward to this one. I'm expecting it to be just as lovely and just as cute as Simon Versus, so yeah, really looking forward to this one. The next one is one of my most anticipated releases of this year, and that is Slay by Kim Curran, and this follows a boy band called Slay who are also demon hunters, and that is just so much me. I love cute boys battling demons and ghosts and things like that. It just has so many supernatural vibes, kind of like YA supernatural vibes this is giving me, and I think it's the first in a series as well, and I'm so in love with this cover. Look at those colours. I'm just so excited for this one, and it's not too long either, so I think I'm probably going to be getting through this really quickly. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. The next one is another book that I have been anticipating recently, and this is a book that I won in my friend Charlie's bookshop. I will leave a link to her bookshop in the description down below. She does occasionally do giveaways, and I recently won a copy of The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, and I was really looking forward to this book, and I still am. I'm really super excited for it. So this is about a young girl who secretly writes poetry, and she also has a secret crush on a boy, and I think she eventually enters a slam poetry competition, and I think lots of beautiful happy things happen. And I really love YA contemporaries that kind of deal with people finding their true selves and learning to be happy. So yeah, really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a really beautiful, uplifting read this month. So yeah, really looking forward to The Poet X too. The next one is a book that I've had for a while, and I was really kindly sent it by the author herself, and I'm definitely finally going to pick it up this month, and that is The Extinction Trials by S.M. Wilson. So she follows me on Twitter, and I know that she watches my videos, so hello if you are watching this video. I'm going to be reading your book this month 100%. I'm going to be prioritising this because I've had it for a while, and I'm still super excited about it, and I do finally feel like I have enough room in my life for this book right now. So this has been described as a cross between The Hunger Games and Jurassic Park. I'm going to read you the back because I think that's probably going to summarise it a lot better than I could. In Storm Chaser and Lincoln's ruined world, the only way to survive is to risk everything, to face a contest more dangerous than anyone can imagine, and they will do anything to win. But in a land full of monsters, human and reptilian, they can't afford to trust anyone, perhaps not even each other. So it just sounds so good, and yeah, really excited for this, and hopefully I will love it just as much as I think I will. So yeah, that is The Extinction Trials. The next one is a psychological thriller, because what would my reading month be without at least one psychological thriller in it, and that is Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. And I've never read a B.A. Paris before, but I know that she is really highly acclaimed amongst lovers of psychological thrillers. I don't know too much about this one. I don't want to know too much about this one because I kind of feel that maybe if you summarise psychological thrillers a little bit too much, then it's really easy to stumble on spoilers. But I'm super intrigued by the cover. It says the disappearance, the suspicion, the fear, and it's got like little kind of fragments of broken like Russian dolls on the front. So I mean, that looks really cool. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. The next one is a hangover from my April TBR, and my TBR this month just needed a bit of magic, so I'm going to try and pick this up again, and that is 12 Nights by Andrew Zurcher, and I'm still really excited for this. I believe this is a middle grade, magical, whimsical kind of story about a young girl whose father works in a college in Cambridge, and it's set on Christmas Eve, and I think when she and her mother go to pick her father up to bring him home for Christmas, the college claim that no one by his name has ever worked there, and her mother has quite a strange reaction to this news. She starts crying as opposed to being like angry or confused, and when they go home, our main character finds a note on her pillow on her bed with like a strange message on it, and she starts seeing and hearing things that she's not supposed to see and hear, and I think she eventually goes on like a magical adventure to find out where her father is and exactly what's happened here. It just sounds really intriguing, and this arc is just so beautiful, and yeah, I need some magic in my TBR this month, and I'm hoping that this is going to give me it. So yeah, that is 12 Nights. The next one is a book that recently came out, and everyone at my work is reading this right now, and there are a lot of mixed feelings in the office surrounding this book, but that is The Colour of B. Larkham's Murder by Sarah J. Harris. And this is about a boy who has a condition called synesthesia, which means that he basically sees colours when he hears certain words, I think, or something like that, or around certain events, or something like that. And I think one of his neighbours goes missing, and he has like missing memories from the night that she went missing, and I think he has to kind of try and piece together his involvement in her disappearance or something like that. It sounds really interesting, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing what I make of it. So yeah, that is The Colour of B. Larkham's Murder. And the last book on my TBR this month is a book that I've been anticipating for so long, and I really really have to get to it this month, and that is Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. And this is a cross between Scooby-Doo and Stephen King's It, and that's pretty much all I need to know. And I'm just so excited for it. I absolutely adore this hardback edition. It's just so gorgeous. So yeah, really looking forward to diving into this month too. And that is it for my May TBR. What do you hope to be reading this month? What have you read this month already? Please let me know. I will leave all of my social media in the description down below. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.